little head.
Okay, there we go.
There we go. Let's just do this. It's all about you anyway.
Hey, Dimple. I gotta show as much as my youth as I can.
Much
Hey,
as you use as you
Bubba.
can.
Nuh-uh.
No. There we go. That's better. Oh.
Happy birthday. Happy belated.
What's up, brother? How you doing? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So this is the Thorn City Spotlight Show. I'm your host, Naeem Hall. And so I have a guest here. Somebody I go way, way, way back with. Miss Kenyatta Trice. We go way back to middle school?
Middle school.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yes.
How you been?
I've been good. I have been adulting.
Been adulting?
I have been living all the things. Now I have kids who have obviously did middle school, high school, and college. So we older now.
Yeah, we are getting up there. So Kenyatta is a keynote speaker here today. And what are you talking about?
So Run Your Lap, that is the theme of today's mastermind session. And my piece is really about running that lap and not giving up. Not stopping because you're tired, because you got a Charlie horse, or because, just keep going, basically. And what does that look like when you're thinking about adversity for yourself personally and how it affects your business? And I think a lot of times people separate business from personal, and they run congruently together. So you have to be able to manage both areas and kind of keep that balance. So just kind of being aware of your surroundings, your environment, your planning, so you know how to adjust and move in a way that's going to prevent hardship or additional barriers on top of what already comes.
Already exists.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for the people meeting you for the first time today, what's one thing you want them to know about how you really move in business?
Plan. Like I'm a big planner. I'm not spontaneous. Sometimes over planning can be a problem, but planning is definitely essential when you're talking about creating, growing, managing. You have to have a plan and knowing where your begin is, where your middle is going to be, and where your ending is hopefully going to be. So I think planning is very important. That is like the big piece of what I talk about is planning and information, knowing what information is out there and how to utilize it and implement it into your own business or into your own life.
So what's one hard lesson you learned along the way that you wish you knew earlier?
Ooh, baby. I think for me in my personal life, being in a relationship that was domestic violence, I think if I would have been paid more attention to relationships and communication, I think that would have helped me at least be more aware. I really wasn't as aware as I should have been. Kind of green, a new experience, something different. And, I was googly-eyed and like, ooh, this is new. Just like a kid with a new toy. You see this new thing, it's like, ooh, I must play with it. I have to do all these things, but not really knowing, because we can't predict what other people are going to do. You can't predict what their plans are. So having to play in that space was, just being aware. I think that lesson that I was not as aware as I should have been with relationship and communication.
Nice. So what's one decision that you made that changed everything for you?
Running.
Running?
Getting the hell out of there. Yeah, so I think that was the biggest, the hardest thing for me to do. It was a 9-year relationship, and I'm very loyal to everything I touch and everything I do. So breaking out of my loyalty frame to do something different, it was really hard for me. So getting out of a situation that I knew was not going to benefit me in the long run was the biggest blessing for myself. Yeah.
So when it's all said and done, what impact do you want people to say you had beyond the money and all the deals?
I think the biggest impact that I want to drive is that just to be that pinch of like, oh, don't forget, what if, and think about, not just think about all the positive, which is good, but also think about like, what if it doesn't work? What is my next plan? So thinking about risk mitigation, how do we prevent ourselves from falling into that ditch that we see 10 miles ahead of us? We see it's there, but why would we walk straight to it? How can we avoid that? So that's the biggest piece of impact that I want to drive.
Nice. And so what's one sentence you leave with every entrepreneur who's on the edge of their next breakthrough?
It's really one word or two words. Keep planning, keep planning, keep pushing. I mean, I think that's the biggest thing. That's a good question. I feel like I need to get something more, fancy schmancy. But yeah, really keep planning. That is the heart of a lot of what I do and how I make decisions and how I move. So I would say keep planning.
Keep planning. Gotcha. So if people want to stay connected with you and learn more about what you're building, how do they tap in with you?
I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on Facebook as well as Instagram and Trice OCS. TriceOCS.com. You can call or text 971-333-8627. But yeah, I'm on those socials, so feel free to reach me.
Nice. Man, so this is pretty dope. So it's moments like this, being able to reconnect with old friends and that you knew you grew up with and see how we both evolved. You said something to me earlier. I really appreciate it because you know me when I was a little young, shy guy.
Yeah.
And so for me to get out in front of the camera and behind the mic, it was a big step for me.
Yeah.
And so I appreciate that. So Kenyatta didn't just drop the gems. She's giving perspective, clarity, and real-world wisdom. You can actually move on. And so that's what these masterminds are all about.
Yes.
This is what community is about, and this is exactly what we do at the Thorn City Spotlight. We capture the moments while they're happening. Thank you for showing up, leading the way. I definitely got to get you on the show, get you over to the studio so we can do a whole sit-down show.
Absolutely.
And so we can really tap in.
Thank you for providing this platform.
Yes,
information. Like I said, information is important. If there's a conduit through it that people can attach to and look at, I think that's definitely important.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that's what the Thorn City Spotlight show is all about, helping people be seen, be heard, and be remembered. And so thank you again. And it's always good to see you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yep.
Ooh. Listen,